Everything this guy preaches and all these drama channels who protect Tectone, they should never have a problem with anybody. Nobody's ever done wrong, and until there's a criminal charge, it doesn't matter. It's not a big deal.
A lot of this is conflicting testimony and interpretation, where most of it sort of lands on the judge.
So this guy is like basically defended Tectone for 8 minutes straight, by the way. You know what's the best part? Tectone didn't even deny most things. In the court, at the end, he admits to most things. And keep in mind, this guy's not going through any of the parts where Tectone admits anything.
I can take her seriously without declaring Tectone as guilty. Also, is a criminal charge only. You cannot be...
He admitted to most things in the document. Like, it just blows my mind. Like, I saw that one guy today. Someone made a video about Tectone, and it was so biased, and it basically attacked me. I even messaged him, WestJett, and I was like, bro, like, why did you make a video basically attacking me? Didn't say a word about Tectone that was that bad. You try to paint it like, since I'm the one that gave the information, don't believe it. And then he messages me back and says, and yeah, about thing, you're right. Also, I regret forgetting about putting in the whiteboard explanation as well. Like, he admits to me privately that he didn't put all the information in his video, but like, dude, hardly say a word.
Massive day for the unemployed.
But you pinned his comment. I just want to show you what he said, because he's close friends with Tectone. What he said about Tectone, despite making videos about me and others relentlessly.
Massive day for the unemployed. The jail toad files just dropped. We've got a bunch of people talking about this, including lawyers who wear suits like Legal Mindset and Mizkif. We got the kettle calling the pot black.
I know who you are.
Do you?
You're an evil rapist.
Already coming at me 15 seconds in the video.
You know me well.
Takes one to know one.
Anyway, Tectone got booted off his agency despite them initiating this several months ago. And
despite, he's already making Tectone soften the blow. Here we go.
The civil court finds that there's reasonable grounds to believe that the respondent committed SA as well as stalking. Tectone hit with a 10-year protective order in X's assault case. Basically, he can't own guns for 10 years.
They're all mags. Stop saying clips. You look stupid here.
Still don't know who Tectone is? He's a former Genshin Impact content creator who lost all of his hair due to stress. Oh, and he's also 42 years old.
Trying to soften the blow by making jokes that he's bald, and that's it.
Now, this isn't a criminal case. This was done in a civil trial. So apparently, from what I hear, I'm not a lawyer, obviously. I'm a figure. But the standard of evidence in a civil case is much lower. In criminal cases, it's evidence beyond a reasonable doubt. And in civil cases, you know, it's a balance of probabilities, meaning more likely than not, 50%. Testimony alone can be sufficient in civil court if the judge finds it credible, consistent, and more believable than the defense's version. So labeling Tectone
straight up went to ChatGPT.
Is still inaccurate. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you guys and conceal my bias. I want Tectone to be innocent. I like the guy. I don't want him to be a but at the same time, I'm not going to sit here and carry water for Tectone and a girl with information I don't have, calling her a liar and stuff like that. Anyway, Tectone said, guys, real quick, let me correct some that I see being said about me. I wasn't convicted of a crime. I wasn't involved in a criminal proceeding. No, I'm not going to jail or facing any criminal punishment. Guys, this was a civil hearing with a significantly lower standard of proof than a criminal proceeding. Also, Tectone's biggest hater, Mizkif, chimed in, and also completely unrelated, but that's a pretty cool sweatshirt.
Told you guys that I was going to be getting the transcripts. Daddy's got the transcripts. Okay? I'm going to preface this before we go over this transcript and let you guys know something. I am not biased in this at all.
Stop the cap.
Even if I was, what does that have to do with me straight up just reading it word for 250 pages?
225 pages of documents. Come on, bruh. You literally got a Lakari notepad talking about how much Tectone hates.
What does that have to do with the fact that the documents are disgusting?
Also, I don't really think discrediting Mizkif does anything to help Tectone. Unblock me from Twitter, man. I'm a big fan.
And it's a protective order based on as well as stalking and harassment.
I'm sure Tectone would agree here, but he is kind of he was spurking out a little too hard on Twitter and on his stream.
And then we have...
So you're saying he just spurged out? That's it?
Mainly from a drop by Mizkif, who is clearly trying to put...
You're going to bring up Legal Mindset, who is massively fucking on Tectone's side and is now going to get in trouble with Pink Chew for what he's doing. So you're biased with a biased guy, and that's your credible source. This guy's video's at 200,000 views in 8 hours of just complete lies. Of complete lies. Let's keep going.
Leads people away from his own case at this point.
It doesn't lead anyone away from my old case. You want to know why? My case is going to probably take fucking years. And I love how they're trying to be like, oh, it takes away from his case. I'm the one that's suing. They're not suing me. I'm suing them.
2-year-old bald male.
Tries to bring out the bald male joke again to stop it. Makes it a joke.
Tectone has his own mental health stuff. He has delusions at least once a month and they're not controlled. Well, okay. So he's allowed to tell his audience about his mental health condition, if that's
Right, just like Pink's allowed to say what she said.
This is a 7-hour court hearing, and obviously I can't go through all of it in my YouTube video, as well as I can't even fit that into ChatGPT to put it into Fortnite terms, so I'm not playing judge, jury, nor executioner, but I will go over some of the stuff that went pretty viral, and, you know...
It's Filthy Frank, motherfucker!
By the way, remember, he was also accused of having a micro, right?
I'm going to let you know something, chat. Just taking the one thing that means nothing and putting it out there and saying, this is the big news. He had a micro. Instead that show he has a micro.
I mean, he did build his whole following off Genshin Impact. I feel kind of bad for the dudes with small who just caught a stray. Like, bruh, it feels like society treats them worse, man.
Who can relate?
I've also got confidential polygraph results.
Dude, this is actually Saul Goodman.
So he did a polygraph test.
So you took only things from Legal Mindset, a guy who is massively biased, on a polygram test. Are you fucking serious?
Consent for it. He's under a doctor's care for low T and anxiety.
Low testosterone and Genshin Impact like white on rice.
Did you ever put your in Pink's mouth without consent? No. Did you ever put your in her without consent? No. You ever have sexual contact with Pink without consent? No. Polygraph examination. No deception indicated.
I'm not an expert and I genuinely don't know how effective polygraphs are, but it is interesting how Legal Mindset even got this confidential file in the first place. Mizkif also claims that Tectone brought up Hassan shocking his dog in court, which is pretty funny. Anyway, the defendant, Pink Chu, accuses Legal Mindset of doxing her family in Tectone case. She accused YouTuber Legal Mindset of doxing her by streaming leaked.
So basically showing Legal Mindset in a light that's going to appeal to your chat and your community. And then now let's bring it to shit on Pink Chu, the girl that had all this problems with Tectone.
Again, this isn't my hill to die on, but I will point out some hypocrisies and things I found interesting in the case. Yeah, so if I could explain on that, when all these things came out, I lost a pretty large chunk of my audience. Content creators kind of have to pivot what they're doing to other topics once they lose access to a demographic. So originally, I never covered anything political or talking about, you know, white privilege. But yeah, I would say my content definitely had to find a new route on how to be successful online. You should have just said Genshin Impact was and he was tired of being a loser. Although it is kind of based how he just admitted in court that he's a grifter. Anyway, after this, a lot of his former anime colleagues cut ties and wrote out some pretty long manifestos.
You're gonna
Saying anime colleagues, that way it's like diminished that they're just weird.
hear judge that he would demean her by having her write and here on her face before he made her perform. Once again, what you're into in the bedroom
This coming from a guy in Thailand.
is between you and your partner, right? If you're into some kinky stuff between you and your partner,
Who lives in Thailand.
as long as they consent to it, it's fine. But
They're not even claiming this wasn't consensual. So to me, because this is a civil case, they're almost trying to paint him in a way, if you know what I mean.
Okay, I want this same mentality when I go to court if I lose. Just give the same mentality if I lose. I'm just going to be like, wait, what? Why are you going after me? This was just a civil court case. Like, that doesn't matter for shit.
intercourse.
Can't ever make a fucking video on a he said, she said, dude. You right there basically said, like, I can't ever make a video on any type of accusations anymore, which is 90% of your content, because if you do, it's just, I'm not going to believe it. How can you possibly report on anything or say anyone's bad when nothing ever goes criminal? So I would say almost everything this guy preaches and all these drama channels who protect Tectone, they should never have a problem with anybody. Nobody's ever done wrong, and until there's a criminal charge, it doesn't matter. It's not a big deal. Polygraphs mean shit, chat. They mean absolute shit. You know who they probably mean the most shit to? A guy who's schizophrenic, who believes bullshit and believes his lies. He's using Legal Mindset. He's using his information, where all this guy's doing is glossing over some bullshit to try to make Tectone look okay.
Really, the problem is they didn't. They ask you
The
specifically.
problem is they didn't fuck. Really? That's the fucking issue?
So what I gather here is that she changed her mind after. Now, a lot of this is conflicting testimony and interpretation, where most of it sort of lands on the judge. Again, not a proven criminal finding. I don't even have...
So this guy is like basically defending Tectone for 8 minutes straight, by the way. For 8 minutes. Like, this is insanity.
Anyway, Mizkif, bro admitted to...
Brings me up. He's bringing me up again. Why? Because he wants his chat and his community to attack me because they already all hate me because this guy's channel runs on hatred. So he already wants this community, and we'll see the comments that just are like, wow, Mizkif basically is a fucking piece of shit and he's trying to make people look away from his shit. That's all he wants to do. Why use me? Why use my message when there's thousands of other people that commented on this? Why use the one guy that your community is going to go, yep, that's bullshit? Because you're just trying to make Tectone okay. And you can tell he's trying to make Tectone okay because despite all these disgusting things that this guy did, and this guy WestJett is a drama streamer, by the way, he pinned Tectone's tweet or message in the chat. He pinned it so people can see it. Damn, if you went live and denied everything, these guys would have defended you. You know what's the best part? Tectone didn't even deny most things. In the court, at the end, he admits to most things. And keep in mind, this guy's not going through any of the parts where Tectone admits anything. He's just basically saying that Tectone is a weird, bald Genshin Impact guy, and this is just a civil court case. He has not done anything about there's nothing.
He would make collages of my videos and things like that, and it was disturbing. So he essentially was making a spank bang, right? He was making a spank bang. Are you concerned about what?
That's not a spank bank, you fucking disgusting piece. You are a disgusting fucking human. You should not have a platform. You are so vile as a human being, just saying that's just a spank bank. You're so gross. We're 10 minutes into this 11-minute video. Where's anything about the fact that Tectone admitted that he would tell her what to take? Where is anything about the fact that Tectone admitted that he has undiagnosed or diagnosed schizophrenia for 15 years and he's never taking any pills for them because they don't make him feel good? And the only thing that he does for that is that he takes fish oil pills and multivitamins. Where in this at all does it mention anything about the whiteboard that he would bring out to try to convince her that it's non-consensual, consensual, and they would have arguments about it, and he admits to it? Where's the part where in this video where Tectone on his stream admitted to the fact that he had a bad time with lip fillers once and they're fucked up and he fucked up her lip fillers, and then it goes in exactly with what her story is? Where's any of this? This only shows the good of this whole case. Not even the good, just random parts of this fucking of this script. All this video's done is said Tectone's bald, Tectone's old, and Mizkif's an unreliable source, and legal mindset is going through this, and he's a lawyer. He's not even a lawyer. All you've done is shown a fucking polygraph that literally can't even be used in court.
Mizkif tells a creepy story about Tectone and Emaru and says it's been in his back pocket for a year.
I'm gonna tell you a story right now.
I mean, that's unrelated to the case, but I thought it was funny. And again, we shouldn't pre-convict Tectone of a crime, but at the same time, we should still listen to and understand Pink Shoe's position as well. I can take her seriously without declaring Tectone as guilty. Also, is a criminal charge only. You cannot be...
He admitted to most things in the document. Like, it just blows my mind. He admitted to most things.
Guilty of in a civil case. Like, he'd genuinely be in jail if he was a
Man, f these 3D bitches. On God, I'm sticking with my 2D Genshin Impact baddies from now on. I'm straight up goon maxing.
Most of this video was shitting on me. Most of it. Most of it was just shitting on me. It wasn't even about Tectone. Yet these drama channels, this WestJett guy, let's just look it up. The Mizkif files are getting worse. The Mizkif files just got worse. Mizkif files go crazy. The Mizkif just got sued. Emaru and Asmongold. Emaru just dropped Mizkif files. Mizkif just ended his career. You will make all these videos about me shitting on me on a he said, she said, but you'll make one video about what the reality is of what Tectone was and who he was. You'll make one fucking video that doesn't even go over any of the facts at all, and you present Tectone as not guilty because it was a civil court case. Why would you make any of these videos about me? How are you possibly making all these videos when you have Tectone who admitted that he would go on a whiteboard to convince his girlfriend about non-consensual, consensual, that he admitted that he would make her buy specific drugs and pharmacy and would act like a pharmacist? How are you just having 5 videos about me, shitting on me relentlessly, using clips of me from 7 years ago with Maya, saying that I'm a fucking creep? It's disgusting. And I think the truth is with Tectone, he's got too much support on YouTube with all these people. I don't know why. I don't understand how WestJett even defended him. This guy tries to act like he's all righteous and the one that tells people the truth, yet you literally made a video that didn't say anything about Tectone. The most damning thing you talked about basically was that he's fucking bald and old. Yet this video's about me. And WestJett, good job, by the way, just not mentioning everything, using the platform to profile and protect Tectone. Good job. Good job, dude. Real nice shit you did there. And these are the fact that you even pinned Tectone, despite the fact that you admitted to me in your DMs. And yeah, about the thing, you're right. Also, I regret forgetting about putting in the whiteboard explanation thing as well. Okay, so you know about the whiteboard and how he would literally sit her down to talk about consensual, non-consensual. You also regret not talking about the drugs, which he would literally tell her what to take, and he admitted it. But you still have him pinned to your channel, and you're supposed to be the good guy, right?